My beautiful girls, yes, sometimes it's good to be missed. And today we are going to talk about why you don't want to wear your welcome out in relationships and with the people you love. Let's talk about it. What's up, my beautiful girls? It's your girl, J. Marie. Thank you so much for watching and listening to Girl Talk with J. Marie. And yes, y'all, it's Girl Talk, but a wise man is listening. Today's episode is going to be so informative. I want to say thank you to all my recent subscribers. You are the real MVP. Thank you so much. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment on the episode. Let me know if this resonates with you or if you're in a circumstance where you kind of need to tell the person this. I would love to hear how you handle it. Now, this episode is basically called, hey, don't wear your welcome out. And it's an old school saying, but this saying actually can be applied to relationship stuff as well. And I mean that in a platonic way, which I always tell y'all, a lot of this applies to just your regular friends or even in a romantic relationship. What do we mean, don't wear your welcome out? Let people miss you. Give people, just fall back enough to where people have a chance to be like, dang, I wonder what such and such is doing. Oh my gosh, I haven't saw such and such. Ooh, I would love to hang out with such and such. That is the way you want people to feel. Not, oh my God. Oh my God. You don't want that reaction when somebody sees your name pop up. You don't want that reaction when they see you walk up where you actually find yourself hiding from somebody. Everybody, I know we all struggle with different things. I'm just telling you from my point of view, some of the stuff that I've experienced or maybe somebody said this about me. I doubt it, but no, I'm just playing. The first thing I want to talk about though is when you learn how to separate yourself from either a lover, a friend, even in your own household. Sometimes, you might be married and you might just be, or you might be staying with somebody in a relationship and you just too much of, they can't do nothing away from you. And everybody don't like that. Everybody ain't the couple that want to walk through the streets, hold hands all the time and all behind each other, hugged up. It's not always like that. Sometimes we just want to take a breath and be by ourselves for a minute. And then that way, when we see you again, ooh, we can't wait. It's the same thing when it comes to friends. It's the same thing when it comes to relationships. The only place where they're not going to miss you if you're doing too much is work. Now, if you want somebody to be clingy and never ever forget you and always want you around, go work for somebody or go volunteer somewhere and they will never get enough of you. Trust me. And the reason why it's important is because everybody's social battery is not always on 100%. People don't always want to have somebody around. They don't always want to go out. They don't always want to be bothered. I learned this later in life, but it's always kind of been my portion. I've always held myself to a smaller circle. I know a lot of people, but I don't want to hang with a lot of people. A lot of different personalities are tricky for me. So I tend to just have the same 2-3 friends, the same my brothers, or that's it. It's not really a whole bunch of people you go see me hanging out with, and I'm okay with that. But some other people like group outings. They like to hang out with people. They like to do girls trips. They like to do guys trips. They want to have a whole clique couple thing. It's just not for everybody. So the reason is a lot of us, our social batteries start at 100 and then they work themselves down. And once it's down to like 20%, and we don't know why another person's battery is down, it might not have nothing to do with you, but you got to be sensitive to that stuff. You got to have discernment enough to know, or street smarts enough to know when somebody's just not feeling like being bothered. Like, figure that kind of stuff out. It's going to make you a better human being socially. This is emotional intelligence we're talking about. Things that you have to know based on life experience, or maybe naturally you are blessed to pay attention to these things and be discerning for these things, because everybody don't always want to be bothered. You can't be mad at that. You got to learn your people that's in your circle. And that's going to help you as a friend. It's going to help you as a husband or a wife or a lover. It's going to help you when you figure out how do folks like to be bothered, whether or not they feel like being bothered. It keeps your relationship fresh when you don't always have to be in somebody's face. Oh, I'm telling you, it is always good to see you. It's always happy to be around you. It's always, this never can get old. It's just dang, I'm trying to say this topic as gentle as possible because I have learned. I'm like, dang, I realize the different response I get when someone hasn't been in my presence every day or talk to me every day or I've hung out with them regularly. Like, it does make a difference. You look forward to it. You want to be the person that they look forward to being around. And yeah, there's going to be some type of people that need you like that only want you to be around them, that need you to go out with them, that need you to come over, that need you to answer the phone so they can talk to you, that need. And that is probably your person if you're willing and able to do all of that for somebody. That might be somebody you need to figure out how to maintain a relationship with, because everybody can't do that. They just can't. Like, you don't know what else they have to give out. You literally are not the only person in the world. And it's a hard pill to swallow, because a lot of us feel like the world should really revolve around us. Whether we admit it or not, we act like the world should revolve around us indirectly. So you got to find that sweet spot. You got to find that space where it's like, damn, I don't want to be a burden to nobody, but I do need help. I don't want to be a burden to nobody, but I do need somebody to talk to. I don't want to be a burden to nobody, but I want to go out today, or I need to have some fun. Like, you, and this goes into the next point. This has softened the blow that I'm saying right now. Maybe you need to find some new people. Maybe you need to get some more friends or associates. I mean, y'all act like y'all don't have friends, but then y'all be having friends. So it's like, maybe you need to call on different friends or lovers. Maybe you need to be poly. I don't know. Like, it might mean that you need more as opposed to one, as opposed to a few, because some people have more needs than other people are able to satisfy. And that goes with various areas of your life. Like I said, it could be sexually, it could be relationally, it could be just within a platonic friendship. Like, sometimes you got more needs for that person than they're willing or able to give. And I feel like this is where you have to assess, how often do I have to be around whomever it is, or need this person, or have to talk to this person? I have an unhealthy obsession and need to talk to my mom. And it is disgusting, if I'm being honest. I mean, the second that she ever gets tired of me, yeah, I'm done. Who am I going to talk to? I have to go back to my therapist because I stopped using my therapist. That's another point. Get a therapist. Some of y'all need to get a therapist. And I mean that in the nice, most kindest way. It's not bad. I mean, like I said, I've had a therapist for a while. And then I stopped going to my therapist because it was getting tricky with the COVID stuff. But when I tell you that it might not be in your best interest to stop your therapist or to not have one, because you can get some of the stuff out that you pour on other people with a therapist. And if you did that, then you might be able to use that other person, or not use, I hate that word. You might be able to have that relationship with another person in a different manner. So that would in turn keep you all from pulling and tugging and asking and needing from one particular person, or from two particular people, or from your spouse, or from your relative that you all, like me, Jennifer, your mom. Anyways, like, maybe I wouldn't have to do that if I went back to my therapist, or maybe she wouldn't have to hear the same cycled conversations over and over and over again, or complaints over and over and over again, or she wouldn't have to be my reader for my, okay, anyways, my mother has to do like 100 things, but I love her and I appreciate her. That's a side note. So maybe you need to get a therapist, or just some new friends. Figure out what you got to do so that you can give people a break. I'm trying to tell you, you want to give them a break because you don't want to wear your welcome out. You don't want to wear your relationships out. You want them to stay fresh. Now, one other thing that's a benefit to not wearing out your welcome with another person or a relationship is that you gonna find some new things out about yourself. I could say this for two topics. I think I kind of can push this together. People grow and they evolve, and they need different things to stay sane. That is the reason why you can't always count on somebody. We all are changing. All of us are going through crap every single day. Your life is crazy. Your life is great. My life is crazy. My life is great. It varies day to day, minute to minute, moment to moment. But what you cannot do is expect somebody else to drop everything It gotta stop. Like, for real. You gotta figure out how to deal with your own stuff. Go to God. Like, whoo, I mean that a lot. Like, I know it sounds like I'm joking because I play too much. But this is not when I'm playing. Like, when I talk about Jesus and my faith, I mean that. Y'all need to go to God with some of this stuff. Now, is God going to have somebody help you every now and then? Yes. But sometimes you need to fast and pray. And not just fasting and praying for fun. Like, you should be fasting and praying for strength and how to get through a certain situation, because that is sometimes your only answer. It is not your friends and your lovers. It's not. It's not. They don't want to tell you that, but I will. And the reason why I say this is because you're going to learn something new about yourself. When you quit, when you let people miss you and you're not always, I have to be with this person, I have to hang out with that person. You can't do nothing on your own. Like, you don't want to go nowhere by yourself. You don't want to be seen by yourself. You don't want to have to go to, I mean, you got to try some of these things alone some days. Seriously, it's scary. It really is. Like, it's scary when you can't be by yourself. I unfortunately like to be by myself too much, and I think that has a lot to do with not being married and not having kids. I'll admit that part. But man, when I'm like this, that means my limitations, they're much greater than anybody else's, because that means I don't really like to be bothered, hardly ever, which is kind of dangerous at this point in my life. And yeah, we won't talk about that. That's for another topic. However, those of you who are not used to being by yourself, these are opportunities to practice being dolo, to go into a bar and sitting there and being like, hey, I'm cute, look at me, come holla at your girl or guy. Wise man listening. Like, let somebody approach you. Get to know somebody out there in the streets. Trust me, it's healthy for you. It's healthy for the people that are around you all the time, so that they can get a break. We need a break. We be needing breaks. And we love you. To our people that we're in relationships with, to our people that are our lovers or significant others, our children, our parents, our friends, we love y'all. It's just, dang. Just give a person a chance to breathe. Jesus Lord. Now, speaking of giving somebody a chance to breathe, I gave you plenty of things right there. I know it might sound harsh. I could get it. I know why y'all might be mad at me for saying what I said, but it's tight, but it's right, man. It's tight, but it's right. That's all I care about. Tightness and rightness. Okay, I'm so out of control. Y'all got that. You know, the ones with a good mind. The ones with a bad mind, you got that too. Okay, so moving on to the girl. Let's talk about it. Hey now. So this is one of my favorite parts, because I tell you something that you should already know. Tomorrow, March 8th, is International Women's Day. So I want you guys to please honor a woman some way or another, posting them on your page, giving to their nonprofit organizations, shopping at their businesses, bragging on somebody. I don't know. Whatever it is that you can show how much you honor and appreciate somebody, I would love for you to do that. And I also want you to comment. Tell me who one of your most inspiring women are. Who do you love? Who do you adore? Who do you cherish in your life? Like, who was a special woman to you and why? I would love to hear it and bless them. And that's wonderful. I just love that women are appreciated. And I want all my girls to know that you are amazing and you are wonderful and you are strong. You's pretty. No, I'm just playing. But for real, you are the sugar honey iced tea, okay? And anything that feels hard right now, you got this. You got this. That's my get tough. You could do it. You got this. Yes, International Women's Day. So please, please, please honor and salute to all the ladies in the country, in the world. I love y'all and appreciate y'all. Y'all are the real MVPs. Now, where I want you guys to donate for your Black nonprofit for this week is going to be one of my favorite women, who actually are one of my favorite women and biggest inspirations. Little does she know, I have only known her a short period of time, and I don't know nobody like her, so I adore her, and I will so into her for the rest of my life. And her name is Ari. She is with a Rock Air nonprofit organization, which is regardless of color, and that means she serves the kids, and the kids that are in a vulnerable community. She helps them with fitness. She helps them with going on events and trainings and teaching them arts. It's just, she does everything. And it's not just her. She has a great team, of course, and she partners with wonderful organizations. But this is the nonprofit I want you to sow into, R.O.C. era. Now I sound like I'm about to start rapping. But she's so talented and she's so selfless. She is so talented and she is so selfless, because what she decided to do with her talents was sow back into the communities around her and the children around her. And I don't know nobody like her. So go ahead and hop on that donation button for my girl Ari. Love you. And then as far as this week's prayer on the spot, y'all, this one is just for you. Once again, I want to keep making sure you are inspired this month, because this is our history month and I want you to feel every bit proud of yourself. And the scripture, the best history of all, is the Bible. Hello. This comes from Genesis 1:27, and it says, first make sure you follow prayer on the spot. So get your prayer in. Genesis 1:27 says, so God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created male and female. He created. This is male and female both. I just want the women to remember that you too were created in the image of God. What does that mean? That means, first of all, you are beautifully and wonderfully made. You are fine, girl. And I also want you to know that you have power. There's so much power in that. You are lit to the capital level of being lit. I don't know what that is, but that's what you are. Why? Because you have been made in that image. And it is so important that you never forget that. Do not let anyone make you feel any type of way because of what you look like, whether you bigger, smaller, skinnier, taller. The way you are is just right. And I want you to keep that with you to the day God calls you home. You walk powerfully in the fact that you are made in the image of the Creator. And greater is he who is in you than he who is in the world. I love you so very much. Thank you so much for listening. I'm your girl, J. Marie. You can subscribe, like, and share this video and any of the others for that matter. I deeply appreciate you. I hope you know your worth. You are still alive. You have the opportunity to create your own happy ending. So get to creating, get to writing. All I do is, hey. I love you. Remember, let them miss you. Let them miss you. Let them miss you. Till next time, I hope y'all miss me.